When I began my journey, worshiping in the spirit as opposed to worshiping in the flesh was something foreign to me. I really didn't understand what it meant to worship in spirit. I didn't know what was meant by worshiping in the flesh. Once I immersed myself into the Torah, with my emphasis being on comprehension, it became at least clearer. Yet, it's still something I struggle with every day. So, I'm assuming some of you do also. I'd love to investigate different meanings and interpretations presented in Torah to try and make them applicable in my everyday life. So I started with this. The word used for strive in this passage, according to the Strong Concordance, is deen or doom. And it means to rule, to judge, or contend. The word flesh is bashar, and it means the pudenda of a man, or genitals. It also means body, flesh, kin, nakedness. So the Most High is saying he won't contend or assert his judgment on man because man is also flesh. And the Most High doesn't deal in flesh. The word also is used here because man is also spirit. The Most High does judge spirit. Well, so what about the physical or the flesh? Who judges that? Simply put, Yeshua. That was Yeshua's whole purpose in his teachings, to teach you about his Father, your Father's judgment. In Matthew 4, Yeshua's temptations was all about correcting the mistake made in the garden with Adam. Yeshua defeated the flesh. All of the temptations were of the flesh. He was tempted with power. He was tempted with hunger. Remember, he had fasted for 40 days and 40 nights. And he was tempted with vanity. Satan tried to get Yeshua to show off so to speak. So Yeshua knows what it feels like to be tempted in the flesh. This is why he can advocate for you to the Father. This is also why you can't worship the Most High in the flesh. Think of it this way. Most sins start with a thought. That thought develops in the spirit. This is why Yeshua taught you this in Matthew 5:28. You worship Yeshua, but you should be worshiping the Most High. This is why prayer is so important. Prayer is spiritual when done right. When you pray for others to see, when you pray for others to admire you, that's praying in the flesh. When you fast and you look like it, allowing the world to know you're fasting, you're fasting in the flesh. You're being holy on the world stage. So the world is where you get your blessings. You see, when you give spiritual gifts, you receive spiritual blessings. But most of us don't know this. So we look for physical gifts. The Most High knows what you need physically through His Son, Yeshua. Physical gifts are nothing. They're fodder. A snap of the finger to the Most High. When Adam worshiped in spirit, he lived in perfection. When he slipped up, that's when trouble started. That's when his mind started thinking in the flesh. You see that by he and Eve's revelation that they were naked. Now they need covering or clothes. What did that seemingly harmless change mean to our lives? We may not always understand or get the Most High's statutes and commandments, but we need to know in our spirit that He has a very good reason. So anything we do when the cameras are off, when we do things no one sees, in deed, and of course in thought, these things are in the spirit. living your life out loud, doing things for reward, having physical gifts and using them for physical gain, showing the world what a holy man or woman you are, donating your time and or money to a cause and making sure you receive your recognition. These things are all in the flesh. It is our job to know the difference. Remember, what manifests in the spiritual realm doesn't always have to make it into the physical world. But what happens in the physical world most assuredly started in the spiritual realm. In conclusion, this story starts with Adam corrupting the flesh through his spiritual disobedience, and Yeshua correcting his mistake with his perfect understanding of the Most High's words. Which really makes sense when you think about it.